In this video, I'm going to take you through the art of writing a solution write-up. And really, all I'm going to do, I have this up here. You have these instructions on Evernote. I can also give you a hard copy of this sheet if you need. The first, and all four of these specific sections need to be included. So, solution write-ups. The first thing you have to do is write a concise statement of the problem. Concise means short and to the point. Honestly, all you really have to do is copy the problem as it was given to you, for the most part. You need to, what this says is write clearly enough so that someone picking up your paper could understand exactly what you were asked to do. And then if you just copy the problem that was given to you, it was worked. The one thing I will say is pick a problem that's easy to write about. Pick a good, meaty, in other words, something that gives you something to explain. If math comes easily to you, my expectation is that you choose a challenging problem. If you struggle a little bit, it's more important that you are able to clearly convey an understanding of the problem. This section that I call the plan section is often the most confusing for kids. They just often like to go straight to explaining how to solve the problem. But I want you to record the story of how you got to that solution. So if you include the process that your thoughts took and what the group said. So if I read this, tell how you prepared to solve the problem. That's the plan. And think about these questions. What were you asked to find? What did you know? What did you need to know? If you were working alone, what occurred to you as possible paths? And I stress possible, not necessarily. You often have to try more than one path. That's the idea of problem solving. If you're collaborating with others, describe the group's discussions. Often, if you can do this, if you can remember what your group talked about, that makes this section the easiest. So think about that even when you're choosing a problem. If you can remember the group discussion, that makes it easier to write about. Now you get to the work. Explain in detail what you did to solve the problem. Make sure you include charts, graphs, or other visual diagrams if you used them in your solution. So if you tell me that you understood it by a picture and you don't include a picture, your solution is not complete. Okay, so that's important. Clearly explain any computations that were made, not how you did them, but why. Okay, so I had to multiply this because it said it was 6 times as many. But this is the main thing. Why? Just like any other essay you write, you can't make a statement and then not tell why. You have to prove your thinking. You have to make sure you explain every step. Assume your reader knows very little math. Now, I know that I'm the reader, and so that may be a stretch for you. But sometimes I'd say to kids, well, actually, a kid said to me years ago, I finally figured out how to write a great solution write-up. I have to pretend that you're really, really dumb. So don't take anything for granted. You have to explain everything. If you use guess and check strategy, for example, don't just say, I tried this number, but it didn't work. You have to say, I tried this number, but when I plugged it in, I got blah, 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 and it didn't match up with what the solution was supposed to be. You have to make sure you show exactly how you checked your guess and why it didn't work. In short, you need to prove that you thoroughly understand your solution. Finally, this is the part that kids often forget. This is like the conclusion to your essay. You need to state your answer or answers to the problem, and you can't just say that's the answer. It's the conclusion of the write-up, so you need to include reflections on the following questions. Does the answer make sense? Could there be other correct answers? Is this problem like any others you've done? What did you learn from this problem that could help you solve other problems in the future? So don't forget this conclusion. That's the most frequently, conclusion. Okay, my word didn't fit, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, but I'm a perfectionist, so here we go. Conclusion. Don't forget it. Could this help you solve other problems in the future? That's sort of like you're developing a bank of problem-solving skills that you can draw on. And finally, please type your write-ups. Thank you very much.